How to get a new business line of credit. Now is the time. Interest rates are down. Lending requirements are slack. There is money out there to be gotten, and it is time for you to get your share. Let's go. I'm going to share with you the easy way to get a line of credit now without much hassle. I'm going to give you my cheat code so that you can definitely get approved. And I'm going to tell you exactly who to go to and how they're approving people so you know exactly what to expect. And I'm going to share with you my secret sauce on how I just got another student 6 figures in funding for their business. So the way you want to get a new business line of credit, okay? So there are tons of lenders that are actually out there doing this. However, many of them do not advertise, and many of them have very high interest rates and very crazy requirements or crazy payment plans. So I'm going to give you the ones that are best, because when it comes to business funding, you will come across options where people are offering you to pay back the money daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, again, most of us are used to paying things back monthly. You know, if you get a credit card or if you get a rent or whatever it is, it's due monthly. And that's probably the best thing for you. So if you want to get a business line of credit, you usually want one that has monthly payments. However, there are a couple other options if you are flexible and able to make weekly or even daily payments. And I'm going to share some of that with you, and I'm going to tell you how to make sure you're able to keep up with those payments, because it can get a little scary if you don't do this right. So to get started, you're going to need a business checking account. So this is not going to work at all. Nothing I can say. You can go ahead and just stop the video if you have no intention or if you cannot get a business checking account. But pretty much everyone can get a business checking account. I actually made an entire video. I'll put a link there that tells you exactly how to do it so that you can get a business checking account, because most of the lenders, they're going to require that. They're going to want to see that you're established and that someone else essentially has given you something in your business's name. What you don't realize is getting a business checking account is almost like a bank vouching for you in some way, shape, or form. Because remember, not everyone can or does go get a business checking account. Now remember, I basically told you how to do it with bad credit, but so many people don't even know that, so they don't even think that they can. And the general consensus and the general thought out in the public that I'm telling you is wrong is that only people with good credit can get a business checking account. And the thing that makes that so fun is I'm telling you that's not true. But since people believe that, since lenders believe that, and if you have a business checking account, they will already see that you have something established, okay? So get your business checking account, and you're gonna need 3 months worth of bank statements. Once you have your business checking account, you're gonna need 3 months bank statements. So with those 3 months bank statements, they're just going to be looking at the deposits, okay? I'm basically telling you the secret sauce. So think about that for a second. They do not look at all of the withdrawals necessarily. They look at the deposits. So if you are able to go ahead and start putting money into that account and get money into that account on a regular, consistent basis, they will use 3 months of your business checking account to determine and qualify you for a business line of credit. So if you have a business checking account, for example, and the average deposits are like $6,000, $8,000 per month, they will base their lending on that number. They will look at the bank account and they will be like, oh, wow, this person is depositing X amount of dollars into the account. We're going to give them a line of credit based on that income. Okay. So again, the amount of money that you are depositing into the business checking account, they are going to look at as the monthly income. Okay. So think about that for 1 second. Rewind this if you need to. The money that you are depositing into your business checking account, they will just look at the deposits and they will determine and use that number as your income. So think about that. You'll have 3 months worth of bank statements that they will need. No, the money does not have to stay in the account. They expect that you put the money in the account and that you spend it, because that's how businesses work. So it is okay that if you put $6,000 in and $5,999 went back out, that's usually okay. They're really just looking at the deposits. Once you do this, of course, you can go to the bank that you are banking with and you can apply for a business line of credit, and they will likely approve you if you have decent personal credit. Now, if you don't have decent personal credit, there are lenders for you. There's a lender called Kabbage with a K, and then there's also Bluevine. There's quite a few others, and if you want to know a whole list, I'm not going to go in this whole video and tell you all about all of the lenders, but you can give a call to my office if you are ready to apply and you feel like you have some of these things. You can give my office a call and we can help you through it. Once you get your business line of credit approved, the first thing that you want to do is use it, okay? I know many people are like, wait, but I'm gonna save that money or I'm gonna do this for that. Yeah, but if you don't use the line of credit, they will take it away, okay? So if you just go out and you get credit and credit cards and lines of credit and you just let them sit dormant, the lender will close the account. So the first thing that I want you to do is make a small purchase, buy gas for your car or buy some supplies for your business, pens, paper, toner, ink, whatever it is that you may need, just start small where you know that you can make the payments. Do not, under no circumstance, should you ever max out that line of credit. I don't care. It has to be an absolute emergency for you to max out that line of credit. Because one of the things that you want to make sure that you're able to do, if you had to, is pay the loan back with some of the line of credit. Now, again, I'm not going to get into it. We're on YouTube and they're going to be like, whoa, what are you talking about? But here's the deal. And because I've done this and I'm going to tell you what I've done. I have literally paid my line of credit with my line of credit. Now, you can't just do it, just take the money right out and pay it. There's some couple of things that you're going to have to do. I'm not going to say on this video. But again, if you do not use the whole line of credit and you keep some of that money, so using an example, you get a $10,000 line of credit. You should never use maybe more than $8,000. You want to keep $2,000 so that you have some money in case you ever needed to pay those payments on the line of credit. You have some of that access. Do not max out the line of credit. And every 6 months, go ahead and tell them that you need an increase, no matter what. And in many cases, I'm going to tell you an awesome story. One of my students, he did this exact same thing, and they literally doubled his line of credit after 6 months, okay? So if you follow what I'm saying, you use the line of credit as soon as you get it, you start making a couple of small purchases, you make those 6 payments on time, do not pay them late. Then you call them back after 6 months. You tell them, I need an increase, and you do not want a hard inquiry. You want a soft pull or whatever. Some they use different terms. In other words, meaning do not pull your whole credit report again. Because if they do that, to hell with it. You can just go apply somewhere else for a whole new line of credit. But most of the time, if you've made the payments after 6 months, you give them a call and you ask them to increase the limit. Usually they will. So go ahead and make sure that you are watching all of the videos in this playlist. I have made an entire playlist teaching you on this. I basically have a free course right here for you. Go ahead and take a moment to like this video. Please, please, please. It helps me bring you more content like this. If you have any questions, please comment below. Again, what are you having trouble with? What do you need videos on? What do you need help with? I read all of the comments and I am replying to them. So please go ahead and comment below. Tell me what's going on, what you need. I am here for you. To your success.